one of the points that we're discussing indeed, so we have a mix of the tools and solutions that were the 20, 30 years old. And we have solutions that basically just maturing as we speak. But at the same time, exactly because of the silos, so kind of the siloed orientation of the solutions, that sometimes forces most of the businesses still to manage their supply chain in Excels. It's counterintuitive, right? But that's one of the reasons. Might have this system, but I still need to brief, right? To brief the customers what's going on, and basically people are telling the taking this information, putting it still in the Excel, and sending it to the customers, right? And I see three issues here. So the first one is we are not really capable then using the data, right, to maximize the value, both for our clients and ourselves, right, in terms of the operational efficiencies, finding the new ways how to improve operations, or actually where the problem exists across your supply chain. At the same time, it's easy to say, and also, to complain the fact, yeah, majority is still forced or using the Excels. We also have to be frank that sometimes off-shelf solutions, right, they're just expensive. Because we also need to, we have a big traders who operate in supplying coffee. We have big roasters, right, who basically generating quite significant portion of revenues. And then for sure they can go and implement global solutions and so on. But what to do with the mid-size or niche, small roasters or suppliers, right? How they can benefit basically really from the digital economy. But the good thing is there are solutions, and I would say there is a evolution of the solution, or I would say revolution of the solutions, right, that is taking place over the past, I would say, 3 years. I'm personally tracking the logtech startups, right, and it's already around 900 around in the world, and it's amazing what's happening, right, across the whole spectrum. And one of the key drivers there is the software as a service, right? So you don't need anymore to buy complicated package of the software, right? You actually can find the good, reasonable, subscription-based solutions that can give you first understanding what is really happening on the freight market in terms of the costs, right? Analyzing the spot rates versus long-term contracts. And I think some of you here in the audience know Cadena, right? Which was actually quite useful to monitor the situation across different locations. Even the truth to be said, right? They might not having all the port pairs, right, that you can benchmark against because maybe you're supplying in the specific locations and they don't have so many data points that can be used by the service provider. But it always can be checked, right? But the shipping lines, and it was a good point what Colin mentioned, right? The portals that currently exist in the shipping lines, and it's still to be true, some of them trying to improve, that might not give you the right, indeed, and accurate data, which is quite often is important, especially for the clients like roasters, right? So that they can plan their working capital, they can plan their inventories. But that's where also evolution of the new solutions was coming over the past, 4 years, like Ocean Insights example, right? They have developed algorithm that also take the satellite information, weather forecast, and then using ATA information from the shipping line. But they actually, the algorithm is also saying what is their forecast actually when vessel is going to arrive to the specific destination. So it gives you a good buffer that you can maybe pre-inform your customer, right? Say likely there is going to be delay, or you can plan your operations accordingly to make sure that, let's say, you return empty container back to the port on time. And there are different other solutions, right? Intra was mentioned, right? It's a part of E2Open platform that now gives basically whole complete end-to-end visibility of the movement across the supply chain, including inland transportation, right? But that's why I'm always conscious here. Technology is absolutely key. It's going to shape, right, the industry. It's going to be needed in all the aspects of the value chain, but it needs to be applied really with a purpose, right? So to make sure that there is no, factor like we say, garbage in, garbage out, right? But then basically really things are streamlined and prepared for this system integration. And again, everyone needs to choose the right tools. There was a good comment, right? Indeed, there are a lot of silos, but I think there are also several cloud solutions are existing where you can actually connect those silos through API and then build this appropriate visibility within your network. That would be kind of the key reflection on that point.